her. 2 days ago, Sarah was calling me. Mama, I am stranded. I'm calling my dad. He's not picking the phone. I'm stranded. My ticket is costing only 3 euros. My daughter was stranded because of a 3 euro ticket in Hamburg 2 days ago. I had to buy that ticket and send it to her because the people who control the ticket were following her so that she cannot get into another train without paying for it. Imagine my daughter getting stranded because of a 3 euro ticket in Hamburg. You think I'm happy? Ticket here 3 euro. And then she comes and tells me she don't have money. My daughter doesn't have money. I sent her money. She don't have money. No wonder she was stranded.
Hello guys, it's your girl Patience Status. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscription box and put on the notification bell so that you don't miss any time I post a new video. Remember, I'm the queen of online gossip. So welcome to today's video. Don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment on the comment section.
The stepmother was about registration. Stepmother ananiambia, you know, in Hamburg, it is very difficult to get a place to register your daughter. You know the rules here. And those are the same people who convinced me to leave my humble apartment and go to Hamburg. Normally, Sarah's dad was avoiding to pay child support. Ndio kwa maana alinivuruta huko Hamburg. Wacheni niwaambie ukweli leo. Na vile nilifika hiyo Hamburg, he stopped paying child support. Na mimi vile niliona kumedhoka, nikatoroka. I left. Mimi mtu hawezi kuni brainwash. Ame brainwash huyo mtoi. The only problem is he cannot stay with that girl because hata hiyo nyumba mtoi wangu anaishi haiko kwa jina ya baba. You know West Africans with their crafty ways of doing things. How can you live with your daughter, you yourself, you do not have a place to stay? Does it even make sense? The government cannot even give her the child to stay with. Hana place ya kuishi. Unendeni muka analyze. I don't care. Muka analyze. Mimi West Africa hizi kuni brainwash mimi. I'm very disgusted. Who get the custody? Both of us have the custody of the child. Both. But the problem is, does he have a place to stay? That is the question. Utapewa mtoi uishi nae. Gava yezi kukupatia mtoi uishi nae kwa street. Ama uishi na mtoi kwa nyumba ya girlfriend. And the child is unregistered. Mtoi anaishi kama jambazi. Even if anything happens to that girl now in Hamburg, he's not registered anywhere in Germany. I called the police already. Police waliniambia hiyo sio kesi yao. They told me that is not their case. I called the police already in Hamburg. Hiyo ni kesi ya Jugendamt. Hiyo sio kesi ya polisi. Hiyo ni kesi ya Jugendamt na without registration. Which Jugendamt? Utaenda kwa Jugendamt gani kuripoti kesi kama hiyo? You must register that child under an address. Then you can present your case. As we are talking, huyo mtoto ana registration. Inaitwa Anmeldung in Germany. Mtoi ataendaje shule next school year without Anmeldung, without registration? How will she go to school? And Sarah amegeuka a full Muslim. Mtoto amekuwa brainwashed. I don't even know where to start from. No, I need help. Unaona, these crafty ways ndio ilini lead into a big shit. Leaving my apartment, ninakuwa registered on somebody's address. I paid a lot of money. Nilijipata kwa shida. I didn't know how to get out of that shit. At the end of the day, that man that I registered in her house, si alikuja kunitukana hapa online. Vile ninanuka, vile mimi ni mzee, vile niko na ukimwi. Those crafty ways of doing things landed me in the shit. And now my daughter is being put into slaughterhouse. Nikiona hivi, my own daughter. Mtoto nimemzaa nikamlea. No, I have to stop this, guys, before it goes far. Hakuna kitu ninachoma. This is a court case. Hakuna kitu ninachoma. Everything is not okay. Ningeka private. How you know kitu imeni I've been putting this issue so private that I had already planned I'm going to Hamburg this weekend. I promised my daughter I'm going to Hamburg. Hii weekend tunaingia because I must go to work. So mimi nimekaa tu hivi napiga story zangu, message inakuja, mtoi ananiuliza pesa, and I'm like, what money? Si nilikutumia pesa last month. Ati ya kupata. Sio ni kitu, hiyo ndio kitu imeni trigger. Si mimi nilikuwa tu na nyinyi hapa nikipiga story. Ama did I even talk about my daughter? Did I talk about my daughter online? Did I? Until I got a message from her. Ananiuliza pesa. Namuuliza pesa gani? Sweet one, kama unijui, mimi huwa ninaandika stories zangu online. That is what I'm all about. Thank you. Nilikuwa tu kwa business zangu, nafanya massage, nafanya maujinga zangu. I'm chasing time away. Kidogo kidogo boom. Mom, where is my money? You should be sending me my money. What money? I sent you your money. What money are you asking me? Ati mtoi kuget do zake. The same man who made me homeless is now making my daughter to live a miserable life. What is 250 euro? Ukose kupatia mtoi pesa zake. Is it normal? 250 euro. I'm very angry and I'm disgusted. Robin ayuko. Robin is in Amsterdam. Mtoi amekuwa brainwashed. Guy. I don't know how to save this situation. I don't know. Siendi leo. Siwezi enda Hamburg leo. Hamburg nitaenda next week. On Friday, I will go there. I will even go to my daughter's school. Niwa explainie the situation. I'll go to the school first. I tell them what is going on. And then I go to the police. I explain to them what is going on. And then I meet my daughter first. Mtoi wangu wana registration. So, sijui anaweza saidiwa na Jugendamt gani. Last week Jugendamt wameniandikia. Jugendamt Hamburg. They told me they are not responsible anymore for that child. Without registration. Which office will I go to? Inisikize. Which one? Guys, there is no going ahead of the plan. The problem we are having is Sarah, she doesn't want to stay in the village. Mimi ninaishi kwa village. And the only thing she wants is to live in a big city. But she cannot stay in a big city without registration. The father cannot register her because the father himself is homeless. The father does not have a place to stay. The father is staying with guys, West Africans are crafty and crafty. I don't want to explain their mode of living in Germany. It awachosha. It is none of our business either. How they want to live their lives. Haituhusu. Mimi kitu inatuhusu hapa ni mtoto wangu, full stop. And I don't want to be put in a crafty lifestyle. Iyo crafty lifestyle ended me up in a homeless situation that I must talk about. Guys, be aware of men luring you into the impossible. And at the end of it all, you will remain kwa hiyo shit on your own. When I got stranded, that man wanted nothing to do with me. Nothing. I could call that guy when I was in the shelter. He will not pick. Or he will tell her daughter, I don't want to talk. Now, huyo ndio mtu alifanya nikakuwa homeless. Let's not run away from the facts. How did I start being homeless? I was convinced and told, come, this place is good. I'm going to help you. I'm going to guide you. And when I reached that place, I was alone. They hosted me for 2 days. The third day, the wife changed. The wife started shouting and making noise. I had to walk away with my children. I didn't have a place to go. I had to go to the government. After 2 days, mtu kukuhost. I'm very bitter with this man. I am very bitter. I left my tiny, comfortable life to be homeless because of him. Because he convinced me bullshit. I'm very angry and bitter. This is something I didn't want to talk about. But to an extent, mtu anachukua mpaka pesa ya mtoto. Kindergeld ya mtoto. What the fuck? Kindergeld. Mtu mzima. I never hear this before. And then he want to use this trick to go and register my daughter in somebody else's the way he did with me. Achukue mtoto aende register kwa mgana mwenzake or Nigeria. The child will end up in, I don't know, messed up. Guys, I'm not losing my daughter because I gave birth with a crafty person who cannot do things the right way. I will not lose my daughter to this bullshit. I will not. I'd rather government ichukue huyo mtoto. I'd rather government ichukue Sara wapatie mzungu aishi na yeye. Huku kuna homes where they take children. But my child will not live with a crafty person who cannot make sure that mtoto anakaa vizuri. Kama kindergarten ndio mtu hawezi kupatia mtoto. What kind of a father are you? Huyo ni mbaba ina gani? Kama kindergarten ndio anaficha apati mtoto. Huyo ni baba ina gani? I'm disgusted. Imagine, hapa Europe vile vitu ni expe. Mtoi anatamani viatu. Mtoi anatamani perfume. Mtoi anatamani pads. You as a father, unatumiwa do upati mtoi. You know, it is just like you are working abroad and sending your money back to Africa. Mamako apatie mtoi na unapata mtoi anateseka. It is the same case. It is the same. You send money and it does not reach where it should be. It's the same. Wangeshi, yeah, he wants me to pay him because of the kid. How do you pay a homeless person who does not even have his own address? Let us start it from there. Yes, I should pay him now juu anaishi na mtoi. Kama kindergarten ndiye hizi patia mtoi. Na hata address yake hana. Address ameweka sijui kwa mtu. Alafu sijui government inawalipia social housing na bibi. Alafu West Africans are very crafty and I don't want to be involved. They messed me up and I got out of the mess and I want nothing to do with that shit. Zero. I was doing so well when this guy pulled me out of my comfortable life. Msisahau. Msisahau. No, I cannot cut ties with him. I have to get my daughter first before we cut ties. I'd rather Uganda ichukue huyo mtoto than my child living in crafty ways, living with a stepmother. Yeye ndio housemaid. Najua Sara ndio housemaid. Osha vyombo. Chunga watoto. I know West Africans. I know how they can treat you. Nishaishi now. Mimi si mjinga. Amepata mtoi akiongea na mimi kwa simu. Sarah is not even online anymore. Wamemtoa online. She's offline now. Imagine mpaka a simple telephone. Hii simu wa baba uchukulia watoi wao. Babaka hawezi. Hawezi. Mimi ndio lipa telephone bills za mtoi wangu. Mimi ndio namnunulianga gaje. I buy literally everything for my daughter. I've never asked this man to do anything. Even Sarah's birthdays, he has never done anything for this girl. Zero. That is how bad it is. That is how bad it is. Amarin, he can turn my daughter against me. No problem. The question is, does he have an address, a place he can stay with that girl? That is the question. If he can stay with the girl, why not? But if my daughter is going to be registered in people's houses, it will not be possible. It will not be possible. Yeah, tell Sarah, I know they are watching me. Ameambia Sarah arudi kwangu. Sarah arudi kwangu. I know they are watching me. I don't want my daughter to be housemaid in Germany. Baba anachukua mpaka pesa ya mtoto. What kind of a father are you? Rubbish. My daughter will come back to me. My daughter cannot live with people like I am dead. I'm not yet dead. And my daughter will not be brainwashed to do things the way she's being brainwashed. She has been brainwashed enough. And I'm not taking that shit anymore. West Africans are very crafty. And their shortcuts always lead them to trouble. Muliona ile trouble niliingia. Leaving my house, going to nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. Looking like a fool. Like somebody who arrived in Europe yesterday. Who does not know nothing and the rules of Europe. You cannot take shortcuts in Europe. It doesn't work that way. Never. My daughter is not registered in Germany. And my daughter is living with a stepmother who cannot register my daughter in her house because the house is social housing and she's enjoying social benefits and she's not allowed to add a third party kwa hiyo nyumba yake. So these are people who are egoistic and they care about their stomach and how they can make money from the government. They don't care about huyo mtu mwingine. My daughter is staying with the stepmother 5 weeks now. They have not made any attempt to register that girl to be officially recognized in that house, that girl is living in that house. What kind of a stepmother are you? Why did I leave her there? Because she wants to live in a big city. Me, I left Hamburg for a small village. I live in the village. And my daughter, she don't want to live in the village because of racism. That is the main point, why she don't want to live in the village. And she has been living with the stepmother for the first 5 weeks without registration. Mpaka Children's Office waliniandikia barua this week. Wameniambia nipige sahihi. They are not responsible anymore for my daughter in Hamburg. So I'm like, if I sign this letter, mtoi wangu apate problem. Without registration, you are a nobody in Germany. Polisi watakutafuta, they will never find you. And if you are a school-going child, how will you survive without registration in Germany? Unajua kuna vitu zingine watu hufanya, they end up kuangamiza mtu. Just the way I left my comfortable tiny apartment. I'm going to nimeregistraiwa kwa mtu, huyo mtu simjui, nimefika huko, huyo mtu ameniruka. There are things you must think before you do, guys. Don't mess the way I messed up. And now it is involving a child. This is a story ya mtoi, which might end bad for the father, not for me. Juu mimi niko na nyumba. Why is this girl not coming to stay here? And to make the matter worse, I'm sending her money and she's not getting her money. Why is she not getting her money? That is her money. Why is this girl not being given her money? If I was irresponsible mother and I don't care about my daughter, ningekula hiyo do. Juu hata pia mimi niko na mahitaji. Stepmother anaishi kwa social housing, analipiwa na government. Stepmother anapata kindergarten ya watoto wawili. Why are they not giving my child her kindergarten? These are people living off government money. Kwa nini hawapati mtoi wangu pesa zake? Why? I'm very angry. Mtu analipiwa nyumba, social housing. Mtu anapewa kindergarten, pesa ya government. This is somebody living off government free. Mbona wasipatie mtoi pesa zake? Na baba ya Sarah sahi, now that he is not living with Sarah, is not living with me, he is not paying any child support, which means the Sarah's dad is saving 500 euros every month that he should have used on Sarah. So why are they still not giving this girl her money? Hawatosheki na zile pesa wanapata. Because if Sarah comes to me, the father must pay. He must pay, whether he like it or not. He must pay. Mimi story singeongelelea hii story. I was really trying to keep quiet and do things the right way, quietly, but to an extent, pesa ya mtoto hajapata. That is so wrong. You don't do that to a girl child. Huo ni mtoi demu, anahitaji bra, anahitaji suruali, anahitaji pad, anahitaji perfume. You don't do that to a girl child. Mtoto kijana afadhali. No, I don't have full custody. We have half custody of the child. But I have raised that child maisha yake yote. I've raised her. Kitu ilikuwa inamsumbua ni adolescence, where I felt as a mother, let me give my daughter a chance aishi na babake pia. But the environment that my daughter is living is questionable. They don't have a room for that child, so that means there is no privacy. Hata sijui mtoi wangu analala wapi, to be sincere. I don't know. Yeah, polisi waliniambia I should take a lawyer. But I wanted to solve this issue without lawyers involved. Because lawyers involve money, involve Jugendamt, it involves a lot. I wanted to do this thing out peke yangu. Kitu imenitrigger, mtoi ananiambia hajapewa pesa zake. Hiyo tu ndio imenitrigger. Otherwise I was doing so well. I wanted to handle this thing privately, silently. I wanted to go and visit my daughter, vitu kama hizo, but I don't know. No, I'm going to take my child back. Mimi sijakufa. I've not given birth to a stepmother so that my daughter can take care of her children. No. No. And the way that woman treated me after 2 days, she started shouting all over I should leave her house in her language, like I was stupid. I left and I've never gone back to date. Somebody chasing me from her house, I've been supporting with my TikTok money. When they don't have money, they are calling me, oh, can you help us? Can you help us? Nonsense. There are people you will help and they will forget that you helped them. I'm so disgusted, guys. I was doing so well. I offered my daughter, nilimwambia, I will register you in my house, but you do not have to stay with me. Registration ni muhimu. Registration is something we cannot overlook when we are in Germany. It is a must. You must register somewhere. And being that she's a child, she has to be registered. I must register her. So I told her, I will register you mali ninaishi, but you can still continue to stay with your child, your dad. The only thing is, if I register her here, the next school year, ataendaje shule? The next school year, without registration, haezi continue hiyo shule yuko, because the school looks at your registration. Uko registered wapi? That is where you go to school. So it is complicated, it is messy, and it should not be messy. We should make things easy. My daughter should just walk out of this city and embrace the village. Naishi tu maisha ya village. Kuishi kwa village si rahisi. Lazima uvumilie. Akuje avumilie, amalize shule, alafu aende atafute hata hostel. Akishafika 18 akae huko. Hii story ya kuishi na mama ya kambo haiwezi. Haiwezi. Itabidi aishi kwa village hata kama hataki. Hata Robin hakuwa anataka kuishi kwa village. Imebidi. We don't have choice. Itabidi akuje avumilie maisha ya village, amalize shule, then she can go to a big city. Aishi hizo nini? Hizo arrangements za teenagers. Kama shamaliza shule. For now, it's not possible. And being that my daughter is living with a stepmother, I'm not comfortable with it too. Because I don't know this woman. Kama mimi ndio, this woman chased me out of her house. Mtoi wangu ndio atampenda. The woman chased me out of her house. Mtoi wangu ndio atampenda. She will love my daughter. He? Ni watu wacheni nikaoge. Hii nzi sijui inataka nini na sijui imetoka wapi. Guys, West Africans are very, very strange. Mjue, nikitoka kwa hii hau yangu, nikitoka kwa village, kwa ile hau yangu, I had food from the deep freezer. I had a lot of food. I offered this woman achukue deep freezer yangu na hizo chakula aweke kwa nyumba yake. She refused. I ended up throwing everything. Nani ureject chakula? Unapatia mtu chakula plus fridge. Na alikuwa na space ya kuweka hiyo fridge. West Africans, kwanza wanawake, the women, I don't want anything to do with the West African woman. Staki. Wacha nibaki na Wakenya wenzetu hapa tutukanane. Kenyans, let me remain with you. Huyo mwanamke alikataa chakula. Nilitupa yote kwa takataka. It was a lot of food. A lot of fresh food. From the deep freezer. Alikataa. Lakini pesa yangu huwa nakula. My TikTok money huwa nakula. If I send the husband, they will eat together. They believe in witchcraft because they do witchcraft to people. They think that the things they do, other people are doing the same. And they are watching me here. This is why I'm talking English, so that she can understand. I am not comfortable with a stepmother staying with my child when I'm still alive and breathing. And I am not comfortable with the way my daughter has been brainwashed into being a Muslim without being consulted. This woman even bought clothes from Africa for Muslim women for my daughter. I'm not comfortable. I don't like it. I'm a Catholic. How did my child start being a Quran woman? I'm not against Muslim, but I should have been consulted before my child was promoted to Muslimism. I know nothing about Muslim. I don't have a problem with Muslim. But how did my daughter end up being a Muslim without nobody consulting me or asking me if it is okay? I'm not happy. My daughter was converted into Muslim at 7 years old when she knew nothing about religion. Nobody asked me. Nobody. Stepmother, a West African stepmother will not mess up with my daughter. I promise you. This woman, she has her own children and she should take care of her children. She should leave my daughter out of their, I don't know, upbringing of Togo. My daughter is a Kenyan. My daughter is not Togolese. Tutaendana. There is no way somebody can keep my daughter's pocket money and not tell me about it. How does a child live without money in Europe after eating fufu and all that bullshit? My daughter was calling me 2 days ago because of 3 euros. My daughter is stranded in a train station because of 3 euros. She forgot her train ticket at home They controlled her. 2 days ago, Sarah was calling me. Mama, I am stranded. I'm calling my dad. He's not picking the phone. I'm stranded. My ticket is costing only 3 euros. My daughter was stranded because of a 3 euro ticket in Hamburg 2 days ago. I had to buy that ticket and send it to her because the people who control the ticket were following her so that she cannot get into another train without paying for it. Imagine my daughter getting stranded because of a 3 euro ticket in Hamburg. You think I'm happy? Ticket here 3 euro. And then she comes and tells me she don't have money. My daughter doesn't have money. I sent her money. She don't have money. No wonder she was stranded. How does a girl get stranded because of a 3 euro ticket in the middle of nowhere in Hamburg? And there are people who are responsible for that child. How is that possible? I bought the ticket. I can show you. And sent it to her. Where's my other phone? If a child can get stranded because of a 3 euro ticket, what is in store for this girl? A 3 euro ticket. She called me. She's telling me she's calling the dad. The dad is not picking the phone. And this is a girl who is stranded in the middle of nowhere. Here is the ticket. 3 euro ticket. Ticket here 3 euro, guys. The ticket was for Niendorfmarkt to Halstenbecker. For Niendorfmarkt to Halstenbecker. Usvai. This is the ticket. I bought it and sent it to her. 3 euro ticket. Ticket here 3 bob. And you think I'm happy? West Africans, mtoto akishakula fufu, that's it. Wamefeed mtoto. Not my daughter. My daughter will come back to me. If she don't want to stay with me, let the government take her. But not the surroundings she's living at the moment. No way. Stucky. You guys, wacheni nikaoge, nitoke. I'm just disgusted. I was just trying to be a nice person to allow my daughter to experience kuishi na watu. Saa zingine pia kuishi na watu ni muhimu. Maybe one day I will not be there. And she has not learned how to live with the people. I think it was nice of me to give her this chance to live with the stepmother. But hivi vile tunaenda, not good at all. If a child can be stranded because of 3 euro ticket, and she's calling the dad, and the dad is not picking the phone, and what if I was not there? Ingekuwaje? And she was telling me if I don't buy the ticket, she will walk 1 hour to wherever she was going. 1 hour. You want to tell me this is a responsible person who is ready to take care of her child? This is a responsible person. Somebody umemtumia pesa and should give her daughter the money to make life easier for the daughter. Yani amefunga mdomo. He got the money but he didn't even tell the girl he got the money. Really? Really? No. This is not the way, guys. I was led into that confusion. That crafty way of living in Europe does not apply here. You must do things the right way if you want to live with these white people. The way most West Africans are living here in Europe, ukisikia, you shake your head because they are building mansions back in Africa with kindergarten. Yeah, they use child money to build mansions back in Africa. Wakisha pika soup, yeah, the whole week. Then they cook rice every day to top up the soup. Hiyo ni maisha mtu hawezi eka nao mtoi wangu. My daughter will not live like that. Hiyo maisha ya kutop up soup na rice every day. No, not my daughter. They are building mansions with kindergarten. They think we don't know. Mimi mtu ata build mansion na kindergarten ya mtoi wangu. Mtu akitaka kindergarten azae mtoto mwingine. Apate free money from the government, but not with my daughter. And I hope they are watching me and they can understand what I'm saying, because I'm not ready for a conversation. I'm not ready for a dialogue. When I should have had dialogue with these people, when I was crying in Hamburg, when I wanted kujimaliza, they never looked for me. They didn't even care. Nobody even called me to ask me. I was just living 20 minutes away from them. 7 good months. After Baba Sara kunitoa kwangu kunipeleka Hamburg, he never even called me one day to ask me, how are you doing? All I could hear is, can you send me 250 euro? I will give you back. Can you give me 200 euro? I will give you back. That is all I could hear from this man. Not me anymore. Now I'm a changed human being. Kila mtu abebe mizigo yake. Now, if you have not given birth with the West Africans, you will never understand this conversation. If you have not rubbed shoulders, I cried to this stepmother to help me when I was in Hamburg. Wapi? They don't have a heart. West African women don't have a heart. Oh. Don't move close to them. They will smile with you, but deep down themselves, I know them. And if this woman don't have a heart for me, she has a heart for Sarah. If my daughter can be stranded because of 3 euro, that means this girl, nobody can even give her 10 euro as pocket money. This stepmother cannot even say, oh, Sarah, take this 5 euro, keep in your pocket in case of anything. This is how you treat children. Even Michael, I give my Michael here 20 euro. Michael, take. What is 20 euro? What is 10 euro? What is 5 euro? My daughter was stranded because of 3 euros. 3 bob. 3 shillings. 2 days ago. You want to tell me someone is responsible? The only thing this woman is teaching my daughter is Muslimism. How to put on hijab and how to look for a real man that will marry you. Nothing else. They cannot teach my daughter nothing. Mimi sio mjinga. We know. We know how it goes in Muslim world. We know. It is none of my business. I respect Muslim. I also want to be respected with my religion. What does this woman teach my daughter? If someone can buy hijab in Africa for your daughter and bring it all along, what can this woman offer my daughter in the first place? What can she offer my daughter? I'm going to Hamburg and I'm going to my daughter's school. Immediately after work, I will be in Hamburg. And I'm going to my daughter's school first to talk with the teacher, because even registration, I did it myself in that school. I moved closer to Sarah's dad so that Sarah's dad can help me with that child, how to raise her. When I have appointments, sometime he can go. There is no day that man showed up for Sarah because he is too busy. Too busy. West Africans, they do business 24 hours, selling crap metal back in Ghana. They don't have time for important things. Selling second-hand cars that are dead in Africa. Making business. Mtu anafanya biashara na mtu ako broke 24 hours. Biashara gani? Nonsense. I was breathing fire, guys. I'm sorry. I had to talk. 2 days ago, my daughter consulted me. Now she's consulting me again. And it is about money. Mama, I am stranded. Mama, I don't have. Mama. And this girl is staying with her blood. I'm not yet dead. I'm done. I'm done with the ranting. The father has written me a message. I will not read it. Because when I wanted to talk to him, he refused. So I don't have time. My daughter should pack her things and come to her mother. I'm not yet dead. And if she cannot come to me, we will do it through the court of law in Germany. We will do it properly in the court of law. Thank you. Kwairini. I am sorry. I started my morning so well. It was full of fun. It was full of bullshit. And it has ended up hivi vile ime end up. I'm very sorry. I didn't even want to talk about my daughter on social media. Being that people use my stories to harm me. I said I'm not bringing my privacy online. But it is overwhelming. It is a story that I should share. That if anything happens to my daughter, at least I've talked about it. It is not killing me anymore. At least I have shared it. And at least you guys, you know how I feel. I miss my daughter. But being that she's a teenager, she wants to grow up in another world. It is okay. But if she's not growing up in the best way she should, then me as a mother, I have to call it out. I have to call it out. I can imagine a life without pocket money as a girl child. It is difficult. Sasa zingine unataka kukula, you want to eat your chips, you want to drink Coca-Cola, you just want to buy tiny things as a girl child. Utadu? I was in boarding school. I know how it feels when you don't have pocket money. The other day my daughter was asking me for a SIM card. SIM card. Nilimbaia tablet. SIM card ya kuingiza kwa tablet. The father cannot afford it. The father is too busy doing scrap business to Africa and feeding stepmother. The stepmother is eating social money. I am disgusted. I will talk anything because I am not happy. Hawa watu wanakulanga social girl da wananga heart. How does a girl child walk around without even 10 shillings in her pocket? Ushapika fufu. Fufu is resting there. Mtu akiwa na njaa ende akule. And the way that woman used to arrange her things that if you touch, problem. Ushaiona mtu ana arrange chai, hizi chai za shilingi. Ukishika utoe tu kamoja. Chai, paketi ya chai ifanye hivi. Problem. Those are the signs of a mean person. Mean to the last coin. Lakini zangu naye wanataka. Huyo mama alikuwa anapanga hizo chai za shilingi mpaka nilikuwa na shangaa. Hii ni maisha gani? Mimi nilikuwa naenda na vuruta moja zinaanguka huko zote. Nasema hii ni maisha gani? Ati mtu anapanga chai. Chai hizi a packet of tea is 50 cents, guys. A packet of tea is 50 cents in Germany. Utapata mtu amepanga those things in such a way hataki ushike. Nilikuwa na gonga zinaanguka huko, natoa ile nataka. Unakula pesa ya serikali and you still don't want other people to eat it. What's the problem with the people out here? Alafu niliarrive huko hata nimelala tu one day. Ashaanza kuita marafiki zake wakuje waone vile nimekuja kuishi kwake. Wanaongea hapo lugha yao. Nonsense. Mimi mambo ya mtogo sitaki karibu na mimi. Ukikutana na mimi chukua barabara ingine. Hatuna ukoo. Unapata chai ya shilingi. Mtu amekupangia hata uwezi toa. Ukitoa is wahala. The second day I slept in that woman's house, she started shouting in her language. I knew hiyo ni siren. Inaambia Baba Sara, get this woman out of my house. I'm tired. Second day. Na ujue hiyo second day niliachia huyo mwanamke 150 euro. When I was coming on my way to pick my last things. Nirudi. Nilimwachia 150 euro. Na ananipangia chai, hizi chai za shilingi. Hawana sante. And they will use you if you are stupid. West Africans go chop you. And they don't care about you. Yes. And when they finish chopping you, they will go back to their own. They don't care. Kwanza wanajua sisi wa Kenya, we are generous with everything. Tuko generous na kuma na kili pia God hakutupatia. They go chop you well. Alafu utasikia wakituita ashao. You see Kenya ashao. After they chop you, they go call you ashao. I want my daughter back. And I'm not mincing my words. I'm done with being nice to strangers. I don't want to be nice anymore. And by the way, my daughter's visa is on my name. My daughter's visa is on my name. So guys, I'm done with this ranting. I just don't want a scenario where nitaskia my daughter is dead and nobody can explain to me. If my daughter can be stranded because of €3, what am I still waiting for as a parent? This woman, she doesn't care about my daughter. She don't care. And even, I should not even blame the woman. I'm blaming the father. Because my daughter tried to look for the father, and the father was not picking the phone. The father is busy sending retired cars to Africa, making money. You know, my daughter recently told me she wanted to come here in summer. And she told me, Mama, by the way, I am not coming in summer. And I'm wondering, what the fuck is going on with my daughter? One time she's coming to me. The next time she's not coming. What is going on? Can somebody explain to me what is going on with my daughter? Because even talking on the phone, she can't. What is going on? Yeah, I know they marry also children very early. But Sarah is born in Germany. Sarah is not born in Africa. Let nobody mess with my daughter in that way. Let nobody mess with my daughter in that way. Kitaumana. That girl has been manipulated. Well. That girl has been brainwashed. Well. By the father and the stepmother. And I'm not afraid to say that. My daughter has been brainwashed. Well. My daughter does not eat ugali, but my daughter will eat fufu. Ushaiona, your mother is a Kenyan, but you do not eat ugali, but you eat fufu. Ulisikia wapi? I have talked on social media so that the stepmother will listen to me. I owe this woman nothing and she owes me nothing. All I want is my daughter back. Nothing more, nothing less. I owe these two people nothing. Zero. This woman aendelee na marriage yake. I don't care. Even if the marriage is going to moon and coming back, it's not my business. The way these two people treated me when I was in Hamburg, I was disgusted and I don't want even a conversation with both of them. I don't have time. Nobody cared about me. I cried tears. I almost did the unthinkable. Nobody cared about me. Is when now they will care? No. Let me go on with my life. Me, I'm a loner. I am a struggler. I am a hustler. I will still struggle. I will still reach my destination. You guys, kwaherini. Sarah is automatically a German. Akifika 16, that is the law. She will be automatically a German. children born in Germany, raised in Germany. The German law gives them the citizenship at 16 automatically. So I am not worried about my daughter. She only has 1 more year to get her citizenship automatically. So I need nothing from these 2 people. 0. Sawa, guys, kwaherini. On Friday, we are going to Hamburg. I'm going to my daughter. And if there will be a problem, I will call the police. That is my child. Kila mtu achukue mtoto yake. Sitaki stress. Kwaherini.
So thank you so much for watching the video to the end. Remember to like, share, comment, and if you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you know every time I post a new video. So guys, thank you. I'm gonna see you on my next video. Bye.